In a previous video, I showed how you can use mantles smaller than the lantern is intended for. But what would happen if you tried mantles larger than the lantern is intended for? This is a 228C I've had for a while, but only recently got working. It's got a perfectly fine set of mantles that will sacrifice for science. Today I'm trying Peerless 111 500 candle power mantles that I normally would use on a big lantern like a 237. And you can see as I fit them that they look goofy on this 228. Of course they'll shrink up a lot as they burn in, but they sure don't look like they're going to work out all that well right now. Let's light them up. I'm using just a plain lighter here because it was the first thing at hand, and it's okay on a night like this where there's little breeze. Normally I prefer a windproof lighter, and if you look back through my videos you can see me using several different models. Okay, the moment of truth. Crack the valve, and while there's an initial flare-up, the lantern settles down and burns very nicely. As far as I can tell, there's absolutely no problem using the large mantles. They don't flicker or pulse, they seem to have filled out completely, and they're fully bright. The only downside I can see with these large mantles is the possibility of overheating the fountain, but I don't think that's anything to keep me up at night. Another consideration is the cost of the mantles. I think based on this test, if I could get 500 candle power mantles for cheaper than 200 candle power mantles, I wouldn't hesitate to use them on 220 or 228 series lantern. I do have two caveats here. First are Coleman lamps, which have the valve wheel very close to the mantles and are completely unprotected. I've seen reports of these valve wheels getting melted with number 21 mantles, and some folks prefer to use the even smaller number 20 mantles to keep a larger space between the mantle and the valve wheel. Another trick here is to tie the mantle above the burner to raise the bottom up a bit. Newer 2-mantle lanterns, like this 285 and 288, have a valve that is actually plastic. The bottom of the burner frame has a little heat shield to protect the valve. In these lanterns, the larger mantles could overheat the valve and melt it, so I won't be using larger mantles on these lanterns. Anyway, thanks for watching.